I am.
You're an independent.
I'm independent.
Okay, so
I reach for. I'm for everybody. I talk to liberals, conservatives, everyone in between.
why are you running to replace Ken Calvert?
Because Calvert's a crook.
Why? How's he a crook?
He's in the pocket of special interests and lobbyists. That's where all his money.
Well,
goes.
who isn't? Well,
I'm not.
Okay, so you're a self-funded campaign?
I'm a clean money candidate.
Are you self-funded or what?
Well, I'm taking contributions from people.
What's your limit then? The statutory limit for an individual?
$700 per person.
Okay, so you're not taking money from any PAC, not a labor union?
Well, nobody's lining up to give me money because...
No, it doesn't matter. Are you taking money from labor unions? Are you going to take money from...
I'll take money from groups that represent people. I won't take corporate money.
Well, corporations are people.
No, they're
yes, they are. It's a legal fiction.
They're profit-based.
What's wrong with that?
Because they're undermining our democracy for profit.
How are they undermining our democracy?
Because they don't give anything about you or me. They're out for money. They're out for their shareholders. And,
okay, corporations are supposed to make money, but they bring jobs, don't they?
Yeah, and that's great. But we don't need to bend the rules to corporations.
Why don't we do it over here?
Yeah, close to those doors. So who are you?
I'm freelance.
Okay. All right. Is this on?
It's on my YouTube channel. Sure. It's on my YouTube channel. I'll give you my card. My name's Arthur.
Okay.
I'll give you my card too.
So here in Corona?
I live in Torrance, California. Okay. I'm in the South Bay with Lion Ted Lieu. Okay. There's my card, so you know all about me. That you need to know. Okay, so you're like a Bernie-crat. Did you support? Who did you vote for in the presidential election?
I voted for Gary Johnson.
Oh, okay. So you have a libertarian strain.
I don't subscribe to any one ideology.
Your name is Matthew Wood. You're running for Congress against Matt Wood. Okay, Matt Wood running for Congress. So tell me, what's your stance on DACA? Should it be kept, fixed, repealed, left alone? What?
I think there's a lot of problems with the immigration system.
Okay.
And it's not just DACA by itself.
What do you want to do about DACA?
DACA itself, I want to fix the whole immigration system.
But what about DACA? Should it stay? Should it just phase out? What do you want to do?
I think you shouldn't look at one issue by itself.
You can't tell me what you do about DACA.
I think that the DACA kids did nothing wrong. They were essentially human trafficked here by their parents.
So you think that anybody who is under DACA should be granted amnesty?
No, I didn't say that.
What do you want to do?
I want to address it as part of comprehensive immigration reform.
Okay, what would that look like to you?
It would involve bipartisan. We had the Gang of Eight.
You like that bill?
I thought it accomplished a lot of things. It wasn't perfect, but it's much better than letting it go on forever without any solution.
What was wrong with the Gang of Eight bill? Well, hold on.
It would be better.
To keep moving?
It'd be better if you had your interview the other side of those doors.
It's okay. This is actually a healthy place because you see a lot of action, and I can hear him well. Okay.
But can we talk more later on? The Gang of Eight, I don't have all the details on it.
That's fine.
I know that.
And what about Obamacare? What about Obamacare? Should we repeal it, fix it, get rid of it?
We should fix it.
Okay, so what do you like about Obamacare, and what would you fix?
Well, I think throwing out the good parts with the bad parts is the mistake that Republicans have been going.
What are the good parts?
The good parts are protections for people with pre-existing conditions.
Okay.
The other good parts are eliminating the lifetime cap on benefits.
Okay.
So those.
What are the bad parts?
Well, I was never a huge fan of the mandate. But on the other hand, the mandate was found to be constitutional by the Supreme Court. So,
but it can still be repealed. In fact, it's in the tax bill.
It could be. I don't support the repeal. I didn't support the mandate in the first place. But after the Supreme Court found it constitutional, then I came to where I'm okay with it.
Are you pro-choice, pro-life?
I don't talk about abortion.
Okay, you don't want to make a statement. Would you defund Planned Parenthood?
I'm not talking about. I don't take a public position on abortion.
Okay, what about?
It's a divisive issue, and I'm trying to bring people together.
Okay, Second Amendment. Do you feel
Second Amendment?
You are pro? Okay.
I'm for the I'm pro what's in the Constitution.
Sure. Would you have voted for the national reciprocity bill that just passed in the House?
Not by itself. I think I think you need to look at everything in conjunction.
Do you think that there should still be? Do you think that states should become a shall issue, or is it okay for states to be may issue when it comes to concealed carry weapons permits?
I'm sorry. Can you?
So what happens is there are certain states which are shall issue, which means if someone applies for a concealed carry permit, they get it when they pass all the metrics. Some states are may issue, like California, where a sheriff or a police chief can choose not to issue it. They have that authority. There's also something called constitutional carry, which is if you meet the minimums, you can get a gun and you don't have to have a permit to have a concealed carry. So what's your take on that?
Well, I mean, I support, again, without getting into the detailed nuances, I support law-abiding citizens being able to have the choice of what they want to do. And,
yes.
And so, I'm not for banning any weapons that are currently legal.
Okay.
Like the AR-15 type weapons.
Yes.
If law-abiding citizens want to have those, I don't have a problem with it.
What's your take on climate change?
I think we need to be good stewards of this planet.
Okay. Do you feel that man-made climate change is threatening us?
I think climate change, whether it's man-made or not, it really doesn't matter. It's about being good stewards of the planet.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate it. All right. Good luck.